Yes, there is. First up, we have Mike Adams. And you'll have 3 minutes.
I am currently renting a property from Canon and have been for the last 9 years. And we've gotten along really well. He's very easy to work with. And, actually, I should go back a lot further. I've been here since 1980. And we moved here when I was 12 years old. And I can remember running around this town and getting my license at 16 and driving through Hemet. And I actually got my first ticket turning right onto Harvard when it was a no entry. That was a long time ago. Now it's you only go that way. So that was a long time ago. So I've been in this town a long time, and this town and downtown means a lot to me. And I would like to see, it's like a lot of other people, I would like to see it come back and be alive again. And I guess what I'd really like to say is that instead of everybody working against each other, this town would go a lot faster and be a lot better if everybody worked together. I'm in support of Simon, what he's doing, and I love seeing the things come back together. And it's disheartening to hear that people are working against him. I don't know what their concerns are, but it just seems like this town would come back together faster and better if they could work together. That's all I really want to say.
Next up, we have Robert Lindquist, followed by Raul Arredondo, and then Rodney McCall.
Support. Here.
Blue man. Next, we have Raul Arredondo, followed by Rodney McCall. You all have 3 minutes, sir.
My name is Raul Arredondo, and I'm here in support of Simon. I remember I paroled in 2000, and after 27 years of my life, and I started going to the Air Club. And it's like, that is a place that, if I wasn't there, I'd be at a liquor store, I'd be at a bar, I'd be sitting at a park, like back in the old days, because I'm one of those guys that seem to attract people. I don't live like that today, I haven't had a drink since, now that time again, since 1980. Without that club, I wouldn't have nowhere to go. I wouldn't have, I got a truck, I got my license now, I got, a few other things that you assume when you're living a decent life, which I never did before. If you took that club from us, it would be like devastating. Not just for me, for everybody. I believe that club is my lifeline. Without that club, I would have to go back to the parks, I'd have to go back to the liquor store, I'd have to go back to, I wouldn't have to do anything. But life gets boring sometimes, and you make choices. And I just didn't want to do kind of choices. I'd rather go to the Air Club and, sober people, like-minded people that think like I think, only want sobriety, only want, I've gotten so many opportunities in that place. Not only job opportunities, but, there are good people that go there, like-minded people that don't want to go out and do things, don't want to do drugs, don't want to do alcohol, don't want to do, alcohol's a drug, I just want to ask you, please don't take Eric from this assignment. He's a good person in my eyes. I just met him the other day, and he asked me to come and speak for the Air Club, and yeah, I would speak for the Air Club. Because I believe in the Air Club. The Air Club saved me. It's moved a lot, but where it's at, it's like where it's at, and I think it's found its home. My name is Roller O'Donnell. I want to say thank you for letting me speak, and whatever will be, but I hope you don't take the club for granted. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, we have Tim Barr, followed by Janae Allen. You have 3 minutes to speak.
For the record, it's Tim Baker.
Thank you.
I've actually been helping Simon Chu, and I've actually worked in this industry for many, many years. And I've really not seen anything in any of these work that we've ever in reference that would sit there and justify a reason for demolishing or abatement. There's nothing structured, like it's in a lot into how this building, I don't know, structured facts does it mean it needs to be demolished? No. Just because something's got a crack don't mean it's bad. I had one of the inspectors actually go to one of the deals, and they're saying that there's a gas line because they had a call that there was some illegal work being done, and insisted that I grab a shovel. I was being nice enough to sit there and actually let it in there, which didn't have to. And when I went to go grab a shovel, came back, the inspector already reached down, got the pipe, and lifted it up. Seeing that the pipe did possibly have gas in it, it could have created a leak, because it is an old pipe. And there's just things that the downtown Simon is making some good improvements on the properties. There are more people that are moving into it, and I think Hemet does need some nicer places to go to enjoy. A nice restaurant where you can go relax and get some nice atmosphere. One of the ones that he is planning on doing is going to be the Pasta House, which has actually got nice views from that, which Hemet doesn't really have a lot of nice views, but it does sit there and show nice views from the mountains. From what I understand, it has passed, and if you want to sit there and be inspecting the building, then automatically sit there and says needs to be demoed. Then kind of sounds like we're trying to replace the person. And my personal opinion is there are entities within the city council and entities that are in this room that really have it out for them. They want to sit there and see him there. It doesn't matter what happens to the downtown. They just want to sit there and see this individual there. I've got one individual that's actually in this room, won't mention names, but sit there and drive around his properties 3, 4, 5 times a day. Every day. That's kind of harassment, and at the same time wasting full city resources by calling. And now I sit there and make a call, try to get somebody to sit and go and see. It's not going to sit there and happen for at least 48 hours. These people call and they sit there and go. They're there in minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Baker. Your time is up.
Yep, thanks.
I have Janae Allen up next.
Hi, my name is Janae Allen. I'm here on behalf of Mr. Simon. I just want to say he's a positive man. I've known him for years now, and my mother, she rents for me. He's very reasonable, and I have nothing negative to say about him. He's just always been a positive person and always well respected, and there's a lot of things that he's done in the community that a lot of people don't know, and it's like he's behind the scenes and everything. He don't want to be seen, but he want to build and just have him. It look great, I don't know if you've seen Harvard, all the lights are on because of him and everything. It's like he put in a lot of work, so and I really appreciate a lot of things that he do. just please don't shut him down because he's doing a lot of good things in Hemet. That's all I have to say.
Thank you.
We do have one more public comment. The gentleman in the tan suit, you could approach the podium and just say your name for the record. Podium. And you'll have 3 minutes to talk.
My name's David Leon. I've known Simon for about 38 years. I'm 70 years old. I got out of the military in 77, got my state license in moving in 1982, and I've done a lot of work for buildings here. And always had a hard time with the city. Building department comes out, and I've been doing stuff in code because I'm licensed. I've been doing it for years.
You didn't get my dog.
They still come up with something. So I'm just saying,
I laid out the
it's not
time.
messy.
Now it's all
Big
time.
deal. Okay, that's it.
Thank you. Hi, that's it. I was supposed to be after Raul Arredondo, Rodney McCollum.
Is it Mike Adams?
No, Rodney McCollum.
You can approach the podium. Oh, Rodney McCullen. I called you earlier. Rodney McCullen, approach the podium. You got it. You have 3 minutes to speak, sir.
Good morning, everybody. I'm here to support my friend Simon. I moved here to Hemet from Loma Linda. I bought a house here next to the Ramona Bowl a little over 5 years ago. And, you know, I have my friend Timmy, Mike, and I too go to the Arid Club, and it's been a great support to me in my recovery. Like my friend Timmy says, you know, it's a nice place to go. You get bored, you gotta, you know, I met Simon too. I used to go to some of the places that, you know, he owns some of those places that I used to go, and he's been a very nice man.
Hello, my name is Judith McPherson. Rob is a long-time, well-respected member of our community that people should get along. Let me tell you what getting along is not. We own properties in the downtown area with the only large dedicated private parking lot comprising of 6 lots, 87 dedicated parking spaces, and signage which indicates what the parking is for. Mr. Chu has, on at least one occasion, I believe multiple, in my own private parking lot, and I have asked patrons of his tenant businesses not to park there. We have legally compliant tow-away signs. Fairly recently, 2 businesses were allowed to open without meeting municipal code with a required 1 off-street parking space per 250 square foot of usable space. Still to this day, I'm going to approximate at least 50 cars a day, as many as 100. We tried to charge for parking by validation, QR validation, and the same community of supporters went against us and said, no, you can't do that. We have the approval of the city manager to do so. So that stopped. One other thing, the permit at 118 North Harvard was never issued in good faith. They will claim that the community development director, a planner, etc., issued the permit. It was issued under fraudulent purpose, under fraudulent auspices. The original application cited more than 2,000 square feet of new space. And when a certain person questioned, why has there not been any public oversight or letters of notice sent to property and business owners within the 300-foot sphere, the then, in my opinion, and it's validated, corrupt community development director with a corrupt planner, the planner, by the way, who aided and abetted forgery with regards to property deed documents regarding our properties, colluded with Simon to change the script and change the narrative and say, oh, it's only 810 square feet, which made it a minor site development review rather than a major site development review. Meaning the corrupt community development director could then give his approval to go forward with the project. So now we are here, as late as February of this year, they finally realized, oh, they did have to have a major site development review.
Thank you,
So all of
Mrs.
these years went
McPherson.
by without proper oversight.
Your time is up. Thank you for your comment. We have Jermelia Taylor next. And for the record, I did want to note Judith McPherson did submit a public correspondence, and I had the liberty of printing up copies for the public at the back, and one for the appeal officer, and also one for the appellant. You can proceed, Ms. Taylor.
Good morning. I just want to state that I'm here in support of Mr. Simon Chu. He's carrying the lead. I've been running for him for probably 7 years now. I've seen since I've been a part of the community since 2006, and I've seen what he's trying to do to bring the city back to life, and I commend him on that. And then by him even being the age that he is, he's there morning, noon, and night. I mean, sometimes we drive out, I'm like, Mr. Ford, what are you doing? And he's just a hard worker trying to help unify and bring Hemet back to where it used to be. And that alone speaks volumes to me, because one person, I'm not saying he's the only person, but he's one person I see trying to do it, and I try to always pop in when I see him out working and just try to encourage him and thank him. So that's what I wanted to say, is that he's just a very important part to our community, and I'm grateful for him. Thank you.
Mr. Weatherby, that concludes public comment.
Okay. Okay, as I indicated earlier, my name is Jamar Boyd Weatherby. I am the hearing examiner. We're here on the appeal regarding 122, 124, 126, and 118 North Harvard Street. This is an administrative appeal. The significance of it being administrative is that it's kind of courtroom-like. Formal rules of evidence aren't going to apply, so you're going to be able to get hearsay in, you're going to be able to get documents in without laying proper foundation. With that said, one of the things that's important to me is that for these hearings to be as amicable as possible. Please don't yell at me, don't yell at each other. It's not going to make your case any stronger. Please just don't do it. I will give pretty wide discretion to the parties to present their cases as they see fit. However, throughout the whole process, I will be asking questions. Please don't make a negative or positive inference from my questions. Also, with wide latitude, if we are starting to drag or get into things that aren't, we'll call it relevant to like kind of core issues, I will redirect and ask questions just to make sure that we get the information that we need to within the allotted amount of time. Anyone who's going to be testifying, please stand and raise your right hand.
Do you hereby swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? All right. Seeing that everybody's been sworn in, you can have a seat. So procedurally, the way it will work is that we'll have the city present first, then the appellant will present. After that, one procedural issue that I want to hear from council on is there on the notice 208. There's it says that it's for based on violations of the building permits or lack of permits, but it also said that it's a violation of the building code. It doesn't enumerate any of the building codes that is violated. I am concerned about the kind of the due process associated with that because the building code, I read it, I went over it last night, includes trailer parks, it includes a whole bunch of things that aren't involved in this case. So the notice component is a significant issue to me. So I want to hear from council if you care to indicate like kind of what your positions are on that notice issue. The city first.
One of the major issues we'll be discussing is that the patio in question is completely unpermitted and unapproved. And one of the core rules of the California Building Code is every building that's erected, enlarged, altered must be permitted first. So citing to the building code in that instance is appropriate. The notice also.
Hold on. So in terms of, so basically your analysis is that that's not permitted, and that's the basis of the demolition.
Part of it, yes. The other part of it is also unsafe.
It's unsafe. What portions of the building? What portions of the building code are we talking about that are unsafe, and were there notice associated with civil building code violations?
We also cited Hemet Municipal Code 1-102 in the notice, and it indicates that unsafe buildings may be ordered by the city to be demolished. So it's a combination of both the building code and the municipal code.
Okay. Would you like to be heard? Can you speak in the mic just to make sure I pick up everything? Okay, you go to the podium.
Thank you. What I was saying was the notice that my client received is, I think, deficient. It does not give him any kind of real notice as to what the issue is. It just cites CDC 105.1 permit required, City of Hemet Municipal Code, Chapter 14, and quote unquote, any other applicable laws, regulations, and ordinances. The structure is unlawful and safe and presents a threat to public health, safety, and welfare. First and foremost, I've been looking through everything. I don't see that this patio was constructed without permits. In fact, there was major site development review. There was multiple applications that were approved for the patio structure. And so I don't know if the violation pursuant to the building code 105.1 is just the patio in general, or if it's something specific to the patio. Is it something specific to, these are essentially multiple addresses that are kind of, if you think about it, one, where this patio has been constructed. So Mr. Chu doesn't have any idea what exactly the permit problem is, considering he's applied for and been approved for multiple permits related to specifically the patio issue. I don't think that on its face, because there's no permit, you can say hypothetically that was true, which it's not. The absence of a permit doesn't property unsafe on its own. I don't believe that there is anything unsafe about the parcels in question or the patio in question. In fact, I think it was last week